I want to have my Jimmy Fallon moment. This is Camila Cabello's debut, so that was it. It's number one on the Hot 100. Go get it now.
The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a story time. We brought this up in a couple videos back, the story time about meeting Camila Cabello, and you guys commented that you wanted it, so here we are giving it.
Please turn on post notifications so you get notified every time we post. We make videos on pop culture every week. Like, comment, subscribe, and without further ado, like I say every video, let's get into it.
This was back in 2018 when Camila released her debut album. Camila, I have it right here for reference. I think she announced the meet and greet on Twitter, and it was like released maybe like 2 weeks before the album was about to drop. I think that we were we the only signing, or there was in New York and there was one in Connecticut?
I believe there was one in New York and Connecticut, but I want to
say
say
Florida?
Miami, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't say, I can't remember exactly, but I do remember, I want to say that Connecticut was the first one that got posted, and that's why we remember it, yeah. But I'm not exactly sure.
She dropped a couple of dates to do CD signings for this album, and it was local, obviously, for us, so we were like, oh my god, we have to go. If you haven't gone to a CD signing before, they basically make you go the day prior to the album dropping to pay for it to get a wristband. You don't get the album.
I actually think we went the day that the album came out, because the night before we were in my room listening to the album, and then that next day we went.
Okay, you're right.
Because it dropped 12 o'clock. We listened to the album, and then the next day, yeah, my mom brought us to get the CD. Okay. Now, mind you, we're sitting here, we were 17 years old.
Yeah.
And so we were like, this was the first album signing, the first meeting
that we ever had, I think.
Yeah.
We drove there, and they give you the wristband, right? But we didn't get the albums yet. Or we did get the albums. Okay.
We got the albums
unsigned.
They will. This is how they did it with her, but they gave the album. I mean, they gave the wristbands at the time that you bought the album. So they gave you your wristband and your album, and I'll input the picture of it because we still have the picture from that day.
Yeah.
I remember once we got there, it took us forever to actually find like the FYE, because it was an FYE meet and greet. So it took us forever to find it, but when we got in line, like I remember the anticipation setting in.
Yeah.
Because
honestly, like it has a sign like, oh, Camila's coming tomorrow, and then when you get there in line, you're like, oh my god, it's literally happening. But what was nice is that you were guaranteed, like you had the wristband, so no matter where you were in line, you were guaranteed to meet her. Like, it was good. You had your wristband. Yeah. Obviously, we're in the line. We're gonna, we know that she's gonna be
now, mind you,
store.
Let me preface this by saying this is the next day. So we got the album and the wristbands the day prior, and now we are fast forward in line with a crap ton of people, and this is she actually had New York before us, so she did them in the same day. And I don't know if anybody's familiar, New York and Connecticut are very relative. Like, it's like an hour and 20 minutes tops, and you're in Connecticut from New York.
Yeah. So this is the next day. You're there.
Let me just touch on the line experience first. So we're in line, right? Now, mind you, there's these girls. What were they, like, in front of us or in back of us?
I can't remember what their names were.
I can't remember their names. I can't remember what they looked like. But they were so fun to talk to. And then I remember, like, close to the time, because we could see, like, the cameras getting set up and, like, the
posters and whatnot.
Yeah, so
I feel like they will know. If you're hardcore fans, the banana costume was our meet and greet.
Yeah, okay. So if you know, you know. We're in the line, and we started singing. We literally started singing. So we're literally chanting.
And I have a video of it, I'm pretty sure.
So if we have it, we'll insert it.
Like a Havana.
Yeah, so we were singing, and, like, we got a bunch of people to start singing with us, and then...
And I think we started chanting Camila to come out, I think.
Something like that, because then I remember, like, we got closer in the line, and then we can see her, like, start to walk in, and then I saw her mom. So I'll insert all these videos that I have, as much as I have. Yeah. So then we get to the top of the line, and now we're in the entrance, and you can
so we saw her mom, we saw Roger, which if you don't know who Roger is, it's her manager. And did we see Sophie?
No, but we did talk to Sanu and Roger. They hugged us.
Yeah. So I don't know about your experience, but like I walked up and I like honestly was so freaking nervous. I was just like jumbling a bunch of words, but I did ask for a selfie because I just wanted to see if she would do it. She didn't. She was like, "No, hon, like we're in a rush here." But she was like, "Oh my god, like I love you so much, cutie." You know, I don't know if I have the audio because we stuck our phones in our pockets to hide the fact, so we can at least get an audio. She was super sweet. I got to hug her. She signed the album. It was really quick because CD signings are so quick. You have to just kind of roll
with the punches.
She was really nice when I met her. Just, you know, what you'd expect. You know what I mean?
He met her and everything. And like, I was just like watching their interaction. And it's so weird, like when you're meeting. Yeah. So, but let me tell you that the banana costume, those guys were right in front of us. So we were literally watching her take that picture.
Yeah.
At the time.
And they got a picture just because of the fact that it was something more special.
Right. And they were very strict on the phones, not being in there, not taking any pictures. But some people, like, as you know, on Twitter and stuff, you can see people took pictures.
Some got pictures.
So anyway, I got up to her and I don't remember exactly what I said, but
I love you. Thank you. Love you.
I do remember saying like, "Oh, like I love you so much" and stuff like that. And she did give us a hug. She gave me a hug. She gave him a hug. Yeah. So that was nice. Like if I didn't get a picture,
and she was sitting at a table, which I mean, you'll see in some of the photos, like with the banana costume.
But yeah. So then she signed our CDs. We both have the same one, but this is his copy. It's like a gold
right, which at the time I was like, oh my god, I hope she does a gold Sharpie because it'll match, but like it almost matches too much because you could barely see it. You can see that she signed the heart. You can see the heart.
That's how our thing looked. And the thing that pissed me off was that once we walked away from her, they literally snip your wristband so you can't get back in line.
Right, so you can't.
And that made me mad because it's like I wanted to keep it like intact because it's just for memory's sake. Like which annoyed me. So this is the part of the story that gets crazy. We were dropped
free
off.
Range in the mall.
Free range.
In every mall, there's hideaway tunnels and shit, so that not only celebrities but just like security and like they can stow different stuff away. So that's where they will usually go, and they'll come out of a certain entrance or exit of
to get right on their bus
to get on there. So we were trying to figure out where she was going to be exiting because there's no like you're gonna have to leave somewhere. You need to physically get out of the mall. So, you know, we were going literally everywhere, asking security guards, asking literally anybody and everybody who could possibly give us an answer.
The freaking security guards that we were asking were so rude.
Oh yeah,
like it wasn't even. Yeah, it wasn't even like and mind you, like Little Mix had done a signing at that mall too, and the way that they exited, we heard was up on like the garage parking, and that's how but the top one. So we were right under that at that time. We went down that huge staircase.
I remember there was like 2 blue doors or something.
And they were like right at it, and like so they were standing there, so they looked like something was kind of going on, but like we couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, so like.
But by this point, we had accumulated like 2 people walking with us, like
right, like we couldn't find a crowd or anybody like that who knew like maybe like like if we see like a good chunk of people at this door, like okay, we're gonna know that this is it, so just wait here. But literally nobody knew where she was gonna exit from. Like I don't know, and I don't really think a lot of people were trying to anyways.
No, they all binded up at the barricades that were outside of FYE. That's where everybody went because they figured that she was going to walk out the FYE entrance to get outside the mall, which is not the case because we found out later that she went through the back entrance of the FYE.
Yeah. So to kind of cap off that day, we really spent like 2 hours trying to figure it out, and then by a certain time, you're like, okay, she's gone. We went back to the FYE, everything was wrapped up. But we do want to say that Roger does remember us because when we went to the tour, we met him again, and he was like walking up the stairs, which we were like really close. We were good.
Well, we saw him again. We saw him at the entrance when we were walking into like where the merch stands were and everything. Yeah. To get our tickets scanned. Yes. But then we saw him again walking down the stairs because he was walking around the arena, and it's a small arena. So
yeah. So we were like, oh my god, Roger. So like we talked to him and stuff. We were like, oh my god, like. You know, we never got a photo when we met Camila.
Oh yeah,
like, we supported her since Fifth Harmony Girl. Like we are diehard fans. Like, can you please, is there any way? And he was like, no, like I can't do that. But now we're only 17 years old, so like we don't have cars.
Yeah,
like,
17, and we got dropped off at this concert, so it's not even like
we don't have a say in terms of what we can do. But he's like, this was during the time Reputation was out, and she was headlining or
Taylor Swift's
opening. for Taylor Swift's Reputation tour. So he was like, if you want to go to Philly, which is like, it's a far drive, but it's not that far. Like, it's, it's like New Jersey type of thing. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
I think it's about 4 or 5 hours away from us.
Yeah, like, it's
so
not
it wouldn't have been
catastrophic.
Yeah, like now.
Like, want to go to Cali? Like, no. He was like, you know, if you want to go to Philly, like, I'll get you in. Like, you can meet her, have backstage, you know, and see it. Like, I can set that up for you guys. And I was like, oh my god, like.
Now, mind you, Reputation was a album that we wanted to go to the tour for anyway.
We're both, you know. Camila hasn't done anything, like, really else other than, like, the Never Be the Same tour. She's done, like, signings for Romance. And I think she did, like, one thing for New York, but, like a sweetener Spotify thing. You know, like, how they set up, like, the theme of the rooms. So I'm hoping that for the new era, we can kind of be more engaged, since COVID's now done and simmer down. But that's basically the story. Yeah. And we'll give more Camila content because I know a lot of our subs love
Camila, and like also even if you're not subscribed, a lot of the people that are viewing these things, obviously you can see analytics and stuff. So a lot of people that are viewing these things are Camila fans. So we definitely will try to dish out that content as it's requested and as it comes. Yeah, for now that's it.
I want to have my Jimmy Fallon moment. This is Camila Cabello's debut. So that was it. It's number 1 on the Hot 100. Go get it now.
If that's all that you have to add to it, we will see you guys next week with a brand new video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And
bye, y'all.
Bye.
What did she say? What did he say? You don't listen 'cause you know everything.